beast! Ah!
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Not the Bees, the Nicolas Cage Filmography Podcast. I am Megs.
I'm Elizabeth.
And this week, we finally got to 1997's John Woo classic, Face Off. And this movie stars literally everyone. It stars, obviously, the two main characters are Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. But we've also got Gina Gershon. We've also got Joan Allen. Alessandro Nivola, Nick Cassavetes. There's a bunch of people. CCH Pounder is in this movie at the beginning. There's a lot of people in this movie.
Robert Wisdom, who I love.
Yes. So many wonderful actors are in this movie. And we start out FBI Special Agent Sean Archer, who is played by John Travolta. He survives an assassination attempt by Castor Troy, who is played by Nicolas Cage, who is a terrorist for hire, but the bullet kills his son, Michael, as well. It goes through him. Archer then engages in an extended vendetta against Troy. It culminates 6 years later in his team ambushing Troy, who is with his younger brother at the time and accomplice, Pollux, on a remote desert airstrip. Troy goads Archer by saying he knows of a bomb that is located somewhere in Los Angeles and is set to explode in a few days. But before Archer can learn any more, Troy is knocked unconscious and falls into a coma. This all happens during a crazy hangar fight with jet engines and stuff. Pollux, his brother, is in custody. He affirms that the bomb is real but refuses to reveal its location. In secret, Archer reluctantly undergoes a highly experimental face transplant procedure by Dr. Malcolm Walsh to take on Castor Troy's face, voice, and appearance. Archer, as Troy, is taken to the same high-security prison where Pollux is being held in order to obtain information on the bomb's location. Troy unexpectedly awakens from his coma and discovers that his face is missing. He also doesn't have anything on it, just except, bandages. He calls his gang and they force Dr. Walsh to transplant Archer's face onto him. Meanwhile, Archer successfully learns the bomb's location from Pollux in prison before being informed that he has a visitor. Anticipating a reunion with his colleagues and a return to his normal life in the FBI, Archer instead finds Troy wearing his face. Upon revealing he has murdered everyone else who knows about the face transplant, Troy gleefully informs Archer that he looks forward to ruining his FBI career and ravishing his wife. Pollux is then freed when he willingly tells Troy as Archer of the bomb's location, and Troy subsequently disarms the bomb. Troy earns admiration from the FBI office and becomes close to Archer's wife Eve and his daughter Jamie, whom Archer had been neglecting for some time while seeking vengeance for the death of his son. Back at the prison, Archer as Troy escapes after staging a riot and retreats to Troy's headquarters. There he meets Sasha, who's played by Gina Gershon. She is the sister of Troy's primary drug kingpin, Dietrich Hassler, and her son, Adam, who reminds him of Michael. Archer discovers that Adam is Troy's son. Troy learns of Archer's escape and hastily assembles his team to raid the headquarters. The raid turns into a bloodbath, and many FBI agents and several members of Troy's gang, including Dietrich and Pollux, are killed. Archer, Sasha, and Adam all manage to escape. In the aftermath of the raid, Archer's supervisor, director Victor Lazaro, angrily lambasts Troy as Archer for the unnecessary bloodshed he caused. Troy, still furious over Pollux's death, murders Lazaro in his own office and is subsequently promoted to the acting director in his place. Meanwhile, after taking Sasha and Adam to a safe location, Archer as Troy approaches Eve and convinces her to test Troy as Archer's blood to confirm his identity. After testing the blood and being convinced that the man wearing her husband's face is in fact an imposter, Eve tells Archer that Troy will be vulnerable at Lazaro's funeral. At the ceremony, Troy has taken Eve hostage. Sasha arrives and a gunfight ensues. Sasha manages to save Eve after taking a bullet. Archer promises a dying Sasha that he will take care of Adam and raise him away from the criminal life. Troy briefly takes Jamie hostage, but she escapes by stabbing him with the butterfly knife that he lent her earlier for self-defense. Troy is forced to escape and reaches the docks where he commandeers a speedboat while Archer commandeers another one to pursue. The chase ends when Archer forces Troy to the shore in a collision. With their boats grounded, the two proceed to fight to the death. Archer manages to corner Troy at gunpoint with a spear gun, and while Troy tries to disfigure Archer's face as a last attempt to defeat him, Archer kicks Troy in the testicles, causing him to lose his grip on the gun and allowing Archer to finally kill him. Backup agents arrive and address Archer by his name, having been convinced by Eve of Archer's true identity. After the face transplant surgery is reversed, Archer returns home where he adopts Adam into his family, keeping his promise to Sasha. Elizabeth?
Yes, Megan.
What do you think of this movie?
Oh my god, I fucking love this movie so much.
So much!
Oh my god, it's been so long since we had a church desecration.
Church desecration! I was chanting it the whole time it was happening. Church desecration! Church desecration!
I wrote it in all capital letters in my notebook. It starts out with Castor Troy shooting Sean Archer, and the bullet goes through Sean's back and through his child's head.
Yeah,
and
fucked up.
Fucking exit wound on the side of the kid's head is like gnarly and amazing.
Yeah. There's actually some really good grotesque makeup in this movie.
We hit peak Nicolas Cage very early on when he is dressed as a priest and he grabs the schoolgirl's butt.
Yeah.
And then he crashes a plane. He crashed a lot of planes in the 90s.
He crashed a lot of planes in the 90s.
And then they go in to do the surgery. And it's the sucking sound as they pull the face off of the body.
Yeah,
there's this
so
like
gross.
It's so gross. It's visceral. And it's so good. It's so good. And then we have Nick Cage trying to be John Travolta being Nick Cage. And it is chef's kiss.
It's so good.
It's so good. And like Nick Cage is doing such a good job being John Travolta as Nick Cage. And John Travolta does such a good job being Nick Cage as John Travolta. And my husband and I watched this together last night, and he even said it best. He's like, the problem here is that they're both playing Nick Cage.
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
Nick Cage set the bar so high in the opening 15 minutes of this film that John Travolta has got to like up his game to do this. And so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who is better at being their counterpart, and who do you think is having more fun at being their counterpart?
Honestly, I think Nicolas Cage is better at being Travolta. But I
agree.
Absolutely think that Travolta had way more fun with the role.
I agree. 100%. That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
I love Hollywood's idea of what computers are like in the 90s.
It never ceases to make me giggle.
I know. Every time.
It's so
like,
funny.
It's always like some big animated thing where there's a big red button to turn off all of the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. There's a scene where Dieter gets Castor Troy high. He puts some drugs in his drink and he hands it over. And Nick Cage plays high really well.
He does.
And then we get our amazing church desecration. Oh, the only other note that I wrote was, so there's a scene where Jamie is coming home from a date and her date basically tries to assault her, tries to rape her. And John Travolta as Nicolas Cage comes out and beats the shit out of him. And he pulls the kid out of the car, and I went, oh my god, it's Danny Masterson. It's Danny Masterson, real life rapist
doing rape in a movie. Who would have thought? I also had the exact same. I almost texted you about it too, and I was like, no, she clocked it. I know she clocked it.
Yeah. I sat down to watch this movie at 10 o'clock last night, not realizing it was 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And at like the gunfight where the FBI shows up at Dietrich's place.
Yeah.
And just decimates everything. And then Pollock falls from the skylight and Dieter gets shot in the fucking neck.
Yeah.
I did not realize that there were still 40 fucking minutes of film left after that. Like, that seems like a denouement. That seems like where you should end the film. But John Woo is like, oh, no. We're going to keep going. We're going to desecrate a church. We're going to have a fucking speedboat chase. We're going balls to the walls nuts in this movie. And it is so good.
It is really good. This is actually the very first Nicolas Cage movie that I ever watched in my life.
Oh.
Yeah. And for any millennials or Gen X listeners that we have that do need to be reminded, this movie came out in 1997. And just in case you needed like a reality check, that was 28 years ago. It was a long fucking time ago. And this movie still holds up really fucking well. I did not think, because I haven't seen this probably since before I turned 20. So I haven't seen this movie since I was a teenager. But I honestly thought, like, I haven't seen this movie in so long. It was my favorite Nick Cage movie for so long. Like, I feel like I'm going to be disappointed. It's sort of like, like meeting your heroes. Like, I'm going to re-meet this movie and I'm going to hate it. And I did not hate it. But I did watch it, with eyes that are 30 years older. And I'm watching it and there's so much about it that is just unbelievably ridiculous. Like, the part when CCH Pounder's character is trying to talk him into doing the procedure or whatever. And the doctor comes in. He's like, I don't know what you're saying. The doctor's like, let me explain. Let me fill you in. And so he goes into this, like, basically what we're going to do is we are going to take your face off and put his face on it. Now, I think the line he said was, now the blood type won't match, but that won't matter. And I had to pause the movie and I was like, wait a second. This is not a graft. This is not like you've taken like a piece or like a lobe of something and like washed it, and there's nothing in it and you're putting it like fresh with nothing in it into another body. No. Like skin and musculature and all that, like that's an organ. That's an organ transplant. It absolutely has to be the correct blood type. Like all of that shit has to match. Also, the ridiculousness of 1997's technology being able to not only 3D print an ear for the one FBI agent that got shot while they were taking Castor down in under 3 minutes, mind you, and then to immediately take it over to the patient and like surgically attach it with a laser. That didn't exist in 1997. That doesn't exist now.
My favorite part of the procedure, my favorite hands down part of the procedure is they put Castor's face on Archer, and then there's a doctor standing there cutting his hair like a trained fucking barber to make it look like Castor Troy's hair. And my husband even blurted out, he's like, right, because that's what you want your trained doctor doing during surgery, is cutting your fucking hair.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what you want.
Oh my god.
This movie is
ridiculous.
Good. It's ridiculous good though. Like,
but it's so good.
All of the stuff that they do, all of it goes big. All of it goes over the top. Like the scene where Castor as Archer takes out the hideout. Like, number one, the amount of firepower that they had there is overkill, even for the FBI. Like that had to be like a special request. Number two, it's his own hideout. He knows his dudes are there. He wanted to kill them.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to kill all his dudes.
Yep.
It was ridiculous. So, like, we get these really great... Like, that's the thing about John Woo and his action, right? Because it's all, like... It's all big. It's all bombastic. It's all, like, the most fight scene you could have at this moment.
Oh, yeah.
And then to go from that to the fucking speedboat chase at the end... before everything ends... Like, I remember watching this when I was a kid, and I had the same kind of feeling now, and I was like, they're really good fucking speedboat drivers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, whatever stuntman they got to do those shots, I feel like those would be impossible. I feel like every man that owns a speedboat watching that I could do that shit. No, you couldn't. You would die. You would die in 30 seconds flat. Go ahead and try. Like, crazy talented stunt people. Crazy over-the-top explosions, crazy over-the-top action sequences. This movie is so much better than it deserves to be because of its level of ridiculousness. But it's so well written. It's so well cast. It's so well acted.
Yeah.
Other than like the couple or three like little plot points, like mostly the medical procedure shit that doesn't make sense, I don't have any problem at all really with this movie. It's got 93% on the tomato meter and it still holds up amazingly well. What would you rate this movie?
Oh, this is an A++.
Agree. Hard agree. Hard 100% agree. What do you think the Cage score should be?
Oh, it's an A++.
What do you think the Cage playing John Travolta playing Nicolas Cage score is?
What would I give John Travolta? I would give John Travolta an A. He doesn't get the ++.
He doesn't get the ++.
But you're right. He's having more fun than Nicolas Cage is because he's getting to play Nicolas Cage.
It's a real it's a different kind of vehicle for him because like after like the 70s and 80s, John Travolta went really straight-laced. He didn't do like a whole lot of like silly stuff. Like he's done comedies and stuff like that, but like there's never really a whole lot of like big body work from him.
This was his renaissance.
Yeah.
After Pulp Fiction. Like he did this, he did John Woo's next film, Broken Arrow.
Yeah. Such a good movie.
He did a lot of body work in the 70s and 80s. He did a lot of dancing.
That's what I mean, like 70s and 80s. This was, you know, he still to this day really does a lot of very serious roles. This movie allowed him to like open his body and like his range of motion was so much wider than we get to see because he was, you know, doing like the mannerisms like Nicolas Cage would do. I read on the trivia on this for IMDb that they actually spent like 2 weeks together going back and forth to try to settle like how they could be each other on screen. And like they had to come up with like different like mannerisms, different words, different cadence.
Yeah.
So that it could be like for both of them.
This is not an easy acting assignment. It's just
not at all. Mm-mm.
And they both hit it out of the park, I think.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. This movie was, for as old as it is and for as long as it's been since I've seen it, surprisingly still very, very good.
Yeah.
I would recommend this movie to anybody. This is a quintessential Cage movie.
Yes.
Like you literally cannot.
In the oeuvre of Nick Cage, there are specific films that stand out. And this is one of them. This is one of the ones that like this is peak 90s Nick Cage. More so than Con Air, more so than some of the ones we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
This is the quintessential 90s Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, if you're interested in Nick Cage at all, this is a required viewing. This is not something that you can skip.
No.
And as much as we enjoyed watching it, I am a little like upset that it took us this long to get to it. But now that we did, the payoff for it, it was just wonderful. I fucking love this movie. This movie's great.
I agree.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for us this week. Thank you so much for listening and following along with us. We love to have you here. As always, before we end an episode, you can find us in all of your regular podcast apps. We're also now on YouTube at Not the Beast Pod. We're also still on socials on Instagram at Not the Beast Pod, and you can find us if you're feeling generous, which we hope you are, and we hope that you're appreciating this journey. You can kick us a couple bucks over on patreon.com/notthebees. But for this week, that's going to be it for us. I've been Megs.
I've been Elizabeth.
And we will catch you next time.